Okay, let's do some trading. Gareth Soloway is with us this afternoon as the market starts to fade here with 30 minutes left. Of course, he's the chief market strategist at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Gareth, welcome back to the show. Let's get straight into it. And let's start with stocks. Some you like, some you don't. Firstly, Airbnb after earnings got one of these big relief rally, a new stock trade after they made some money. Everybody's trying to view it as a new era.
Yeah, so right off the bat, it's a sell short, no doubt about it. That hit a major trend line right around 146 today. That is a technical major resistance. It's up from underneath 110 to 142 and change right now. To me, that's a pullback candidate, at least below 130, maybe as low as 120. So it's had an amazing run, nothing to take away from it, but it's just gone too far too fast.
Okay, so what about the idea here that these companies really have cleaned up the bottom line? They've learned from their mistakes. They're going to make money now. All this type of stuff that's getting rewarded for layoffs. A lot of companies.
Yep. Yeah. So those are all valid reasons. I think what we have to remember, though, is that, it takes time for this to actually process through the company. So when you see a move up like that on Airbnb, it's just too far too fast. So I'm not saying that over the next 6 or 12 months, Airbnb won't be a good investment. But at least in the near term, if you're more of a swing trader like myself, you're looking to short that level and cover right around that 120 to 130 level. And by the way, you've seen so much craziness in this market right now with this kind of rejuvenation of 2021, where people are buying all these stocks like Coinbase and Tesla. Tesla today is one of my top shorts out there. The price action is horrendous over the last day or so. You're seeing lots of technical distribution, big money unloading into it. And I think you have to be very careful here. The earmarks of the Bitcoin move this morning and into today, exactly what a blow off top in the near term looks like. So I'm very cautious here, folks. Again, we just got bullered out with some news talking very hawkishly about rates. We have the PPI numbers hotter. The rates are not going down. If anything, they're going up in the near term.
Part of your caution right now seems like might also be attached to the commodity complex. I want to get to Bitcoin in a sec, but crude oil, which has been in this real steady range, we've been looking at it every day here, waiting. When is it going to break down or up? You think it's going to break up?
Yeah, you do have a bull flag here. So there's a bull flag on oil. Absolutely. I don't know how much upside there is. I think it depends on how strong the economy stays for how long before it starts to sputter due to higher rates. But I do think China reopening is going to add fuel to that fire as well. And I also think that one of my favorite plays right now, and it's a position that I'm actually down on right now, but you have to look at natural gas. It has been beaten up. You have forced liquidations going on in that space. But at some point, the drillers for natural gas are going to start shutting down, and therefore you will see a decline in natural gas on the open market, and price should go up. So I think natural gas and oil are both very interesting here.
Okay, so that's the macro framework. It seems like you think a lot of these big bounces are kind of fighting the macro, maybe fighting the Fed a little bit with potential inflationary forces coming back from commodities. But when it comes to Bitcoin, and I mean some of these other stocks too, it's like just when you think they're overheated is when they're actually reaching escape velocity. How do you determine that? You mentioned the fundamental case against Airbnb and the move. What about for Bitcoin, something that doesn't really have fundamentals? And if we do just start FOMO, and again, it's going to lead the way.
That's right. I mean, the FOMO is alive and well out there. And I mentioned earlier about that kind of rejuvenation of 2021 when everything was so great. And I think you're getting a lot of that buying from the retail crowd where they're just jumping in. They remember how amazing 2021 was. The problem is that you didn't have rates at 5%. You didn't have the Fed not printing money, right? The Fed was printing money. The government was sending out checks. So financially, the system is much different than it was back there. And I do think that people need to be a little bit cautious. But you're right. I mean, there's nothing that says Bitcoin can't run to 30,000. I in particular don't think it will here. I think 25 might be the near-term top. But you're right. When it comes to this kind of momentum-driven Wall Street bets crowd psychology, there's no doubt that you could see some continuation in the near term. Okay.
Well, it seems like the market might have paid attention to your bear case there, as we are fading pretty hard in the last half hour, Bitcoin included. When do you get out of the trade, Gareth?
So I would say look for a retrace on Bitcoin down to about 18,000 and change. There'll be major support there. I know that's a big drop from here, no doubt about it. But I do think, again, as you see the rates stay higher for longer, it's going to take the case away from bullish on Bitcoin and some of these other trades that have been running lately, like Tesla.
All right. Hey, your stock that you like right now, you like Lulu, is that right?
No, not so much Lulu, but I'll give you a couple that I do, like Newmont Mining.
Okay.
Rate retrace after the gold pullback, hit a major technical support today. Look for Newmont Mining to go higher, and look at Amgen. Amgen's coming down to a gap fill about $4 away. There's a beautiful technical level, plus it's a defensive play if the stock market starts to weaken.
Got it. All right. Newmont Mining for the bull case. Okay, I misread Lulu. You see a wedge that could go either way. Maybe it goes down. So the conviction for a mining stock to kind of fit along with your commodity case. So it all pieces together. Thank you, Gareth. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You got it. Chief Market Strategist at InTheMoneyStocks.com.